Hey y'all, so we're going to finish in Psalm 23 this week. I'm very excited about that. And so that means on Saturday morning, so this coming Saturday morning at 8:30, we are going to do live communion in our video. So when we usually do our 8:30 video on Saturday morning, we will do live communion. So if you were with us November, December last year, you just join with us and you can take your communion as we take ours. We'll take it together, partake in the Lord's Supper and of His cup. And I think that's just a great way to round out our study of Psalm 23. So we'll have grape juice and cracker. You have grape juice and cracker, whatever you do. But anyway, so I'm excited about doing that together. And that video will be just like normal. It'll be under our Daily Devo group. So yesterday we talked about Hasid and what that would look like in light of 1 Corinthians 13, which of course is thought of as the love chapter. And what just insight, revelation, looking at it a new way, and that this love, it's a very particular kind of love. This force of love holds up under anything. Never fails, never fades out or becomes obsolete or comes to an end. It's just so, it's not touchy, fretful, resentful. I really did love reading that in light of this Hasid, my loyal love is another way to put it. My committed love, my love towards you. And of course that being the Father's love towards us. And it fitting in talking about the exchange of the cup and the new covenant that the Lord gave to us. Because under this new covenant, as we read from Isaiah 54, that He is not wrath with us anymore. All of the judgment of God for all sin was poured out on Jesus Christ. Jesus, the Messiah, the Anointed One. And so He is not ill with us over sin anymore. He's not angry with us anymore. All of His wrath, all of His anger was poured out on Jesus. And you can read His beautiful words penned in Isaiah 54 concerning that. So in the law, so the first covenant, the first law, the law given to, Mosaic law, the law given to Moses for the children of Israel when they came out of Egypt. In Deuteronomy chapter 28, he goes through, this is after Moses has come down. He is giving the law to the Israelites. And the first part of chapter 28 are the blessings of obedience. So if you do all of these things, it says all of these blessings will come upon you and overtake you, he says. And so then he goes through all of the blessings. Well, then the second part of Deuteronomy chapter 28 is all of the curses. So if you do not obey the law, if you do not do all of these things, this is what's going to happen. So we have good and bad. But interesting are the words here. Because in Deuteronomy 28, verse 45, he says, all of these curses shall come upon you and shall pursue you and overtake you till you are destroyed, because you do not obey the voice of the Lord your God to keep His commandments, His statutes, which He has commanded you. So what he says, all of these curses will be upon you and shall pursue you and overtake you. So that is part of the beauty of the new covenant, is that we are not made righteous by our own account or our own actions or our own checking the boxes. We are not good, but we're not going to heaven because we're good. We are not made right with God because of something we have done. The only thing that matters as far as our right standing with the Father, our restoration with Him, our restored fellowship with Him is Jesus. Have we accepted His sacrifice? Have we recognized that we cannot do it on our own, that we are not perfect, that we have fallen short, as Romans says, and we have believed in the finished work of what Jesus has done. The difference between the old cup and the new cup. The cup which Jesus drank and fulfilled, and the cup that he gave us to partake. Now, what I want you to look at in that, this is just beautiful, y'all. He said in Deuteronomy 28, of course, again, old cup, old law, Mosaic law. He said, if you do not do what you're supposed to do, all of these curses will pursue you and overtake you. Then we go to Psalm 23. And in my Hebrew translation, my Tehillim, and I found it's in several other translations, but this is really what it says. In verse 6, 23 verse 6, only Hasid shall follow me all the days of my life. Only Hasid. Of course, it's translated goodness and mercy. In the Amplified, it says goodness, mercy, and unfailing love shall follow me. But follow me there in the Hebrew is pursue. Isn't that beautiful? In that we are no longer under the Mosaic law. We are no longer made righteous with God or put in right standing with the Father based on our works. And so there is no more wrath. There is no more anger for our sin because Jesus was the sacrifice once and once for all. That's what Hebrews tells us. That's what we've been building up to in this past week and looking at what Hasid means and digging into the old cup and the new cup, the abundance, the cup running over that Jesus came that we might have life and have it more abundantly. See, this cup has absolutely done away with anything other than Hasid pursuing you. I just want that to wash over you and to minister to you today that you have been made right with God when you accept Jesus, when you receive what the work that he has done for us. We could never have done it, which is why he came. But because of that, and because of our accepting him, now only Hasid, goodness, mercy, and unfailing love, only Hasid will pursue you all the days of our lives. Oh, that is good. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.